is today we're going to be talking about how to generate hype to fill your challenge for the New Year's with Kirsten. So, Kirsten, why don't you give a little bit of a backstory on just like, your business, your challenges, all of it. So talk about your challenges getting started.
Yeah. All right, guys. So the moment that I met Brian, number one, knew he was going to be the coach for me. Super cute, super funny, also super smart, which is super important. So I took his course, but I always had this vision of like running challenges. Like I remember reaching out to you and being like, I want to run a 6-week booty challenge. And you're like, you can do that, but higher ticket coaching. But I was like, I want to run a challenge. So my first ever challenge that I ran was, I think in 2018, doesn't really matter. And I ran it with another personal trainer. Right now, obviously, guys, it's a little bit late to link up, but I ran it with a personal trainer named Kyle, and it was called the Kick Ass Kickstart. I posted this challenge on my story every single day for December. I actually think one of the girls watching this right now was in the challenge, Kirsten Martell. I think she was in that challenge. And there was about 65 to 70 people in this New Year challenge. And from there, I was like, I love doing this. It's affordable. People love it. It creates hype. So from there, I ran like 5, 6, 7, 8 challenges.
So what was your first ever challenge that you ran? How many people did you get in your first challenge?
I think it was 60 to 75. It was so long ago, but I believe it was around 60 to 75 people.
Wow. Crazy. Yeah. And then second challenge?
100 to 130 to 150 to 300 to now 600 active ladies in my group.
So Kirsten Martell, by the way, guys, so for those of you guys that are interested in, starting a New Year's challenge, if you listen to the last podcast episode, you listen that I recommend that you run a New Year's challenge if you're underneath 10 clients. If you are excited to learn from Kirsten about how she got to 60 clients in her challenge, I want you to give me like a head nod if you're listening to the car, and drop a hell yes if you're listening to this right
Everybody now. Better be head nodding right now, please.
Everybody.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so guys, listening to the podcast yesterday, I literally recommended that you run a challenge for New Year's. Now, for all the people that are listening to the podcast right now, I want to give away as much value as I possibly can. These people literally have 9 days. It's December 23rd, 24th, 25th, yes. 26th, 27th. They have 9 days to promote this challenge, which starts January 1st. In the next 9 days, Kirst, what do you think are some of the most important things that people need to do to generate hype to fill their challenges?
I dig it. So guys, number one, you need a catchy name. If you don't have that right now on this podcast, you need to be thinking of a catchy name. Mine is the New Year, New Rear Challenge. So don't steal that one or I will fight you. It's an 8-week challenge. If you don't have a name that's catchy for your challenge, not just like the New Year Challenge. Cool. Nobody fucking wants to join the New Year Challenge. You have to think of a catchy name.
Why do you think it's so important to have a catchy name? I agree. I'm just curious why.
Because like, okay, if you see someone, if you're like New Year, New Rear, and you're like looking at your booty and you're like, damn, I could really use a rear refresher. People are going to be drawn to that. If they just see an 8-week challenge, they're like, cool, for what? Who are you? It doesn't matter. I think a catchy name is so important because it draws. And guys, when I say catchy name, it needs to be catchy name for you. So obviously I run the Big Booty Boss Academy. It's super fitting to have a New Year, New Rear challenge, correct? Yeah. Because that's who I am. So for you, what do you do? And what's a challenge name that's going to connect you with your ideal client? Draw in your ideal client.
What's a challenge name that's going to draw in your ideal client?
And you need to be doing that right now because at the end of this, I'll make sure I get some names from the ladies and the guys. Boys, I always work with ladies. Boys, I like you too.
So right now, I want you guys to start thinking catchy challenge name for my ideal client avatar. That's step number 1.
Exactly. And be creative because if I don't like it, I'm going to tell you and you're going to have to think of a new one. Okay?
Okay.
So thing number 2, you guys, is this is exciting. Like for some reason, and I don't exactly love this, people want to change on the New Year. Some people last a month, some people last 2, some people don't even do it, but people want to change. So like get excited for this and don't just get it excited in your house, in your room. Like, oh, this is exciting. Get excited on your story, on your social medias. Get excited. Like I am genuinely 10 out of 10 excited for this New Year, New Rear challenge. You need to get excited. Okay.
So getting excited, like for you is like, because I think like a lot of people are excited about the transformation. So it's not just like, hey guys, I'm launching this challenge and I think you might like it. It's like, yo, like, right?
Yes. And another thing that I do that really connects me with my clients is I do the challenge with them. I'm like, yo, we're in this together. Like, let's fucking have a transformation this New Year. And you're not alone. You're with all these other challengers and you're also with me. Like, I'm going to be doing this alongside you. So that's a cool way to kind of post for it as well. And just say, hey, yo, I'm going to do this challenge as well. And I'm excited, and a prize at the end, you guys. What are they going to win? And I don't like calling it winning because I feel like this is going to sound cheesy, but it's the truth. Everyone's winners. If they're doing the challenge and they're putting in like their best effort, everybody's a freaking winner. But you want a prize. I call it a client spotlight, just someone who really stood out and not only like had a physical transformation, but had a mental transformation that supported your group. Like it's really important to have like an end prize that obviously your clients are going to want, whether it's a one-on-one coaching package, whether it's like a fitness gift basket, but something that you'll give away at the end of the 8 weeks.
Cool. I love it. This is so valuable. I'm having so much fun.
I'm having so much fun too. So I wrote down a couple things that I think you guys should do right now. Do you mind if I kind of give them?
You should just hit them with the good stuff.
Okay. All right, guys. So one thing that you guys need to do is you need to have a type form. And I want you guys writing this down. The type form needs to have questions about what their main goal is, what their budget is, because then you can weed through the clients that are going to be one-on-one potential or the clients that are going to be more challenge potential. And just because someone's challenge potential doesn't mean that after the challenge, they're not going to fall in love with you and then all of a sudden become a one-on-one client. Tons of my one-on-one clients, 90% of them came from challenges because they got to know me. So they invested in me a small amount of money and they're like, yo, this chick is the bomb and I want to work with her more personal. So you need a type form. The questions need to be, what's your main fitness goal? What do you want out of this challenge? What's your budget? Are you looking for more group coaching or one-on-one coaching? And you need to have a list. Guys, make sure you include the question asking about a budget, because right now we have about 70 type forms that we're going through, and half of them I'm booking calls for my head coach, Dawn, and then half of them are just going into lower ticket. So you can kind of feed through, right? And get your client roster built for.
Pause. So what you're saying is like, because everybody in the 10K Academy, I know they're going to implement. There's going to be a lot of questions.
Better implement.
So you're saying create this challenge, have a catchy name, get excited about it, create a type form for it. And then you're saying like push the challenge as the promo. And so while you're pushing the challenge, get them to do the type form. And then through the type form, some people might go into the challenge, but some people might actually qualify for high ticket coaching and you should just book a call.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Like, especially before the new year, 100%, you guys, like you want to have, like, when I would run these challenges, I want to be super clear. I had about 20 to 30 one-on-one clients. That was my mainstream income, was my 20 to 30 one-on-one clients. So you always want to make sure that your client roster is full, right? So you 100% should have a type form and 100% should be booking calls.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes, ma'am. So all conversations that you guys are in right now, currently. Yes.
I want to pause here. Guys, this is super important. And I know that a lot of you guys aren't doing this. This is something that I've seen Kirsten do multiple times, all the time, with every single challenge that she's ever done. And it's one of the things that leads to her massive success. So I know that she's going to go into it right now, but I really want to pause here and make sure that you guys write this down and do this.
Are you listening to what I am saying? All right, guys. So I keep a list of every single hot conversation that I'm in, myself, my VAs, a list of conversations. You need to have a list. So say, Tyler, you go into your conversation, you have a conversation with Paul. Paul's like, whoa, I'm digging Tyler, but he's just not quite ready. So you're like, okay, dude, I'll check back in with you. You leave that conversation. What are the chances that that's just going to stay in your head? 0 if you're anything like me. I'll just be like, oh my God, no, you're not going to remember. So for me, I have a note shared with everyone working for the Big Booty Boss Academy team with names of clients that we need to go back in and check. And guys, maybe you think you are on top of your shit, but the chances of you forgetting one person that might lead to being a one-on-one client, you need to have a list of all the names.
You need to have a list, because online trainers, there's so many things you guys need to do every single day. And like for you, like there's no way that you guys are going to be able to remember every single person. And that one person that you could forget could be the person that would pay you for your higher ticket coaching. You guys understand what I'm saying? So having a list of people that you're talking to or a list of hot leads is super, super important.
Yes, like it's so important. And every single person on my team has it. And like everybody is adding to that. Okay, we're in a conversation with Alicia. She's like really excited for the New Year challenge, but she needs to wait until payday. I even go as far, you guys, as if someone's like, my payday is on Friday, that's added to my calendar. Go message Alicia from Instagram and say, hey, yo, it's payday. Are you ready to join the squad? You guys, they appreciate that. Girls are like, oh my God. Thank you so much for coming back and like reminding me like that you actually took the time to write this in your calendar, come back and check in with me. People really appreciate that.
Cool.
Yeah. So right now, like I said, you guys, we have about 70 type form leads. So posting that type form in your bio, like application for whatever your challenge name is, super important. Booking calls for more one-on-one based clients. And then obviously selling the lower ticket ones into the new year, new rear.
How do you talk about this on your social media? Because you're saying get excited, but can you give some specifics?
I just get super excited. I go on to my challenge. I go on to my social media platforms. Number one, I make a post. So the post is a straightforward call to action. What does your challenge include? What makes it special? And add something that's like super original, that's super you, that people are going to get excited for.
When you write, so I'm going to keep digging because I know that you write differently. So when you're writing your posts, you're not just writing like, here guys, I'm running a challenge. Like you like,
yo, what the fuck is up, you guys? I have my new year, new rear challenge. It's starting January 4th. I'm super amped. We're bringing in a guest coach. She's going to be doing a meal prep training with you guys. Like I am excited. Like, and my lingo, I swear, I'm like, this is going to be awesome because I know that it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
So you got it. Yeah. It can't.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like digging, because I want you guys to think outside the box, right? I don't want you to be like, I'm going to be including 4 weeks of macro coaching for you specifically.
Yes.
Like, that's what every other online fitness coach is doing. So you need to come at it with a little bit of a different angle. You need to come at it with like a little bit of excitement, a little bit of energy, a little bit of passion.
Mindset. What are you going to help them with their mindset? The biggest struggle right now, like that I find that my clients have, isn't actually like weight loss. It's like, you got to get that mindset right. So what are you going to include to help them with their mindset as well? Like it has to be different. Anybody can make, any personal trainer that's an actual personal trainer can make a fucking 4-week program and count someone's macros. Whoop-de-doo, right? Like it has to be, there has to be something that pops about your challenge.
Cool. And it's like, not even just pops about like the deliverables of the challenge, but it's also about like the way that you're marketing it. Like, don't just go in your story and be like, hey guys, so I'm launching this new, it's like, get excited, get energized, be excited about what you're delivering.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, exactly. Another really cool thing is giving people some context. So 8 weeks, like what can you do in 8 weeks? So you can take a client testimonial, their 8-week transformation, and be like, hey, my next 8-week challenge is coming up on January 4th. Look what Janelle did in 8 weeks. Like actual time. Like this is what, like, because you could, cool, you show your client's transformation from a year, sweet. They want to know what the fuck they can do in the 8 weeks with you. So making sure it's like context. This is my client, so-and-so, this is what they did in 8 weeks. This is what they did.
Guys, and you can even use your own transformation for that too. Like, dude, let's say you're a newer online coach and you're like, oh, I don't really have a lot of transformation, so I don't know if I can do that. I'm sure there's a period of time in your life where you went through your own, 6, I would say if you're going to run a challenge, it should be 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 8 weeks. So you can grab a timeline of like when you went through your own little 30-day challenge, and there's no right or wrong answer. So don't ask me, just make a decision. 4 weeks, 6 weeks, or 8 weeks. So you can grab a picture from when you went through that in your transformation, and you can show that on your social media.
100%. And I really like that you said that because it's super important that you guys are tracking your fitness progress. I take pictures every week. Brian sees me every single week. And I just because then I have context, and sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't want to take a picture. I just fucking had pizza, but I just do it anyways. Like tracking your own fitness journey and using yourself as a testimonial is huge. And I take pictures every single week, and so should you. Okay?
Cool.
All right. If you guys have a free fitness community, I know that I have done a training on this in the 10K Coaching Academy. You should be hyping it up in there. There should be a countdown. You should be getting excited. There should be your posts that you posted on your mainstream page. There should be like something posted in there every single day, because a free fitness community where people have joined, they're joining because they like you. So right now there's 5,000 ladies in my free fitness community. So you best believe that every single day, starting today, because I've been fucking busy, I'm going to be posting about this challenge like 5 days, 4 days, 3 days. Yeah. Just getting this ready.
What are you doing on your story for the countdown?
The countdown. So on the story, there's an actual little countdown, right? So you just, you know how to use the countdown.
I know, but they don't.
So there's a little countdown option on Instagram, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to explain this properly, but you go into the little GIFs and then you hit.
So you guys know the little sticker emojis on Instagram, like on the stories. If you go into your stickers, you can grab a countdown. And so when you're launching your challenge, the countdown is January 1st. You can say like, you can grab the countdown. You be like, challenge starts, blah, blah, blah. So once you launch it on your story, you can put a countdown, and you should do that every single day, because that's going to add urgency and scarcity. Every single day. Hey guys, only 4 days left. Hey guys, only 3 days left. And it will literally do like a countdown, and it'll have a clock timer, which adds urgency and scarcity, which makes people want to enroll.
Dude, 100%. And like, I would be including the challenge at every single one of the end of your posts. Don't forget, New Year challenge with your name.
Only 4 days left. Only 3 days left.
Literally,
only
like
2
you would
days
be
left.
So surprised. The people that read this, it's going to get in their head. They're going to like, when they think about like leading a healthier lifestyle, your face is going to come into their head. And it's so it needs to be at the end of every post.
And it's not even just the end of every post. It's also like, guys, you're like, you're doing your live streams, right? So like, let's say you do a live stream, you've got 5 people tune in and you're like, oh, by the way, we're running a New Year's challenge. It's going to be super sick. It's almost full, but if you want some more info, drop a fire emoji below and I'll reach out to you after live stream and I'll see if I can help. Like if you do that and you do like, let's say you're doing 3 lives a week and 1 person comments on every live, like that's an extra 3 clients in your challenge. So literally sprinkling in it to every single piece of content that you guys have.
Okay. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, in your story, guys, every single day, who's excited for the new year challenge? Obviously you use your name. I always did early birds. So there has to be some sort of incentive for the people that are like, fuck, I'm ready to change now. Number one, those are my type of people. The people that are like, fuck the new year. Like I want to get in and I'm ready to start now. So the incentive could be that your group is started. So, and like, honestly, you guys, you should create this group as soon as we're done this. Create your group, get that ready. That needs to be all ready to go for, I'm going to assume January 4th. Yeah, January 4th. Well, it's Monday. I'm starting mine on January 4th.
January 4th. Okay.
Yeah. January 1st, people are hungover. And if you started, it's going to start with hungover. Yeah.
Pause. So I'm going to pause because I know the 10K Academy is going to ask. I recommend January 4th is the Monday when the actual workouts and the training plan starts, but you should send them their meal plan on the Friday or Saturday because like if you send them the meal plan on the Monday, who's going to go grocery shopping on a Monday, correct? So I would recommend, because my 10K Academy is going to ask, their workout program starts on Monday, but I would have their meal plans and their training programs sent out to them on the Friday/Saturday so that they have time to prep and shop for their food.
And like, I don't know what sort of challenge you guys are doing. I didn't do a meal plan with all of mine, but there could be an incentive where your macros will be counted in this challenge. But if you sign up before January 1st, we're also including a custom meal plan. So like, if you're thinking about joining, the time is now. Like you want to give them a reason to join now rather than join later, right? Like if the challenge starts January 4th, why sign up now?
Yeah. So
right?
Exactly. So there's an early bird pause. I want to pause there for a second. So for everybody that's in the 10K Academy or anybody in general that's listening to this podcast right now, if they started their challenge today, what would the early bird, like what would you do? Let's say the challenge is $150 and it's a 4-week challenge from January 1st to January 30th. What would the early bird incentive? What would you do for an early bird incentive to get people in? And when would you end the early bird incentive? Mine
was pretty crazy. Like we did $99 for early bird and it was $150 for the 8 weeks. I don't know if I would go to that extent.
So as an example, let's say it was $150. You could be like $150 for 4 weeks. If you enroll right now, it's $99.
Yes.
For the 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then after,
if you sign up past
if you sign up past December 28th, it's going to, or December 27th or whatever, it's going to be $150. So giving people an incentive to like purchase right now.
And then as you're getting people in the group, so they paid their $99, like the engagement in the group and the post in the group and the hype in the group starts when the first person gets in there.
Yeah.
Who's excited, right? Like start hyping up this group before the group is even started. You don't want your group to be dead and then January 4th, hey guys, let's go, right? Like there needs to be some incentive and excitement in the group prior to the challenge actually starting.
You notice one thing Kirsten's talking about is like, it's like less this part here. She's talking about a lot of strategy, but like one of the things I want you to notice across the board is it's like excitement in the marketing, excited to sell it, excited to talk about it in a story, and excitement in the group.
And which is why you guys, like, you have to be excited about it. So what's going to get you excited as well? Like for me, running an 8-week, like, I don't know, bodybuilding or something like that's not going to excite me. Like I love including mindset. I love including fun challenges. I love live workouts. Like that gets me excited because I'm excited to show up for my clients. So like what sort of challenge is actually going to get you excited that you're not like, ugh, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Cool.
Okay. So, you had another question for me.
I would say, what should trainers be doing literally every single day to making sure they're getting people excited about the challenge?
So like I said before, you guys, count down on your story and in free community, reaching out to old leads, reaching out to people engaging on your posts. Another really good tip is Facebook groups. Like there's so many people in Facebook groups right now that are looking for someone to help them in the new year. So for me, I post in Facebook groups at least twice a week in 5 different groups. I would up that. Like I would be posting in Facebook groups almost every single day, trying to reach as many people as you can, hyping up. You obviously can't hype up the challenge in the groups, but posting like your transformations, what your New Year's goal is. I just did one where I posted a picture of myself and it was like every single December I fall off track except for this December. And it was like a picture of my current progress. People love that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. So when you're posting your groups, you're just talking about your story. That's
the new year, talking about the new year. What are your goals for the new year? Like getting that feel of where the people are at in the groups.
Okay, so lead gen. Let's talk about lead gen to actually fill the challenge. I'm a new online coach. I have 1,000 followers. I have 5 online clients. Let's say I have 3 online clients and I want to get 10 people in my challenge for New Year's. What would you do for lead gen?
So lead gen would be, and I'm just going to be fully transparent and honest. Like, I remember one time we were on a plane to California and I sent out like 150 messages just saying, hey, I am running a New Year challenge. If you want details, let me know. And this is people that have been engaging on your post and like showing interest. You not just like a random Sam from your friends list that you're like, I don't know who this is, but maybe you like it. But people, all of you have Instagram, all of you have Facebook, and all of you have people that are watching you. So those people like are watching you, and people like are genuinely sometimes afraid to reach out. I cannot tell you how many people. I just did a podcast with one of my beautiful clients. Her name is Emma. And I reached out to her and she's like, you reached out to me at the perfect time. And I could have never been more. I'm so thankful. It was, and that I hear that all the time. And you changed your life. Yeah, dude, completely. She's fucking amazing. I love her so much. And she's doing so well. And she came on the podcast and she's like breaking comfort zones. And she says, she's like, you reached out to me at perfect timing. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to reach out to someone. Like and especially when you're new, you guys, like when I started, I had 3,000 followers on Instagram, 2,999, which are men, were men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they all unfollowed her as soon as I asked her to marry me.
Yeah, no, and they were scared of my big beautiful.
Okay. You guys remember the podcast yesterday where I said the quote, good things come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. So last year, I'm sure there were some trainers that were promoting for the New Year's challenge. And they're like, maybe people will come to her. And Kirsten was out sending out messages to get people to come to her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And this year, you guys, my problem right now in my business is there's too many leads. I need someone to show me what, like we lose because there's so many. But I started at a place where there was, nobody knew me.
Yeah.
Nobody knew
And guys, like, it's the same thing for me now with PT Domination. Like when I first started growing PT Dom, it was a struggle. It was like a struggle to get people to want to work with me because I was just transitioning into this new business. But now it's like, I have so many DMs, it's like hard to keep up with. But the only way you get there is by hustling, right? So for those of you guys that are just getting started, like this is all possible, but you have to hustle.
I would say I think it was the summer sleigh, the last summer sleigh. I would say 90% of the people from the summer sleigh, there was 156 girls, I think. Like 90% of them came from me just reaching out and saying, hey, I'm running a summer sleigh challenge. It's designed to keep you on track over the summer. If you want the details, just let me know. Like literally that was how half my leads came from because I reached out to them.
Guys, if you're listening to this podcast right now and you're not implementing, I'm going to be very upset because Kirsten's giving you everything. Everything. This is gold.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there any other ninja tricks that you think that these online trainers need to hear? Other ninja tricks? There's a lot of nuggets. Actually, I'm going to give one that I see Kirsten doing all the time. As she is building her program, she's posting about it on her story.
Always.
So like she's building her program and trainer. She's like, oh my God, I'm building this program for these ladies. So excited. These girls are going to crush it. Building their meal plans. Look at these look at the recipes that I'm designing for these ladies. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Look at the Facebook group. Like, oh my, and literally just like, hey guys, just working on my program right now. Like I watch you do it all the time. Just working on the program for the ladies. Like, oh, it's like so exciting. Just film these new exercises. It's going to be sick.
That is so true, you guys. And like I said, again, now I feel like I was talking to my business partner, her name's Brittany. I was like, dude, I feel like so behind right now. I feel like we aren't posting as much, but like quite literally right now, we have so many people to reach out to. But when I first started, you're so right. I literally posted everything. I'm making these programs. I'm doing this and genuinely excited. Every program I built for challenges, I ran through myself. Like I was like going through the exercise. My business partner was filming me. I was like getting excited for weeks, or right now we have 9 days. Get fucking excited for those 9 days to like change these humans' lives.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's it.
I wrote one more thing.
Okay.
And then I think that's pretty much it. So, because you asked about what you do when it comes near an end of a challenge. So for me personally, I always had something else planned. What was next? Whether you're just wanting to get people into one-on-one coaching, whatever it is that you're doing. 2 weeks before, I'm always like, I know a lot of you guys have just like absolutely love this challenge and you want to know what's next. So like, I always have a what's next for my girls. Always.
So when you're running your challenge, you guys, like for those of you guys that are like, hey, I want to use this challenge to generate more clients. So obviously that is the goal in general. Don't wait until the end of the challenge, then plan what's next. In the middle of your challenge, think about what you want to do next. Like, do you want to upgrade them to one-on-one coaching? Is your goal to do another challenge? Like, what do you want to do inside of your business? So have a plan for that in the middle of the challenge. Don't wait until the end of the challenge.
There has to be a what's next, you guys. Like, it's a fitness journey never ends. And like, even as most of you know, as trainers, some of you have coaches, like there's never an end point. So if you just run a challenge and then it's like, peace, guys. They're going to be like, but that was like so awesome. What do I do now? Like, what's the next part of my journey? So it's up to you to have the next part of their journey planned out. Like, that is so important. And like, I do this halfway through a challenge. I'm like, okay, what's next? Like, what do these girls need next? Like, what's going to blow these minds? What's going to blow these babes' minds next? Sorry, I almost spat on it.
You did say
you do it to me all the time. You
hey!
You.
That's the end of this podcast. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Change Lives Make Money on the Trainer podcast. I'm going to go spit talk on my girlfriend now.
He does it all the time.
Stop it. If you would like to win $1,000 cash, I'm giving away $1,000 for Christmas. All you need to do is screenshot any podcast episode, share it to your Instagram stories right now, tag me at BMarkFit. Let me know that you're tuning in, and I'm giving away $1,000 on December 24th, which is tomorrow.
I can't wait to win $1,000.
So I'm giving away $1,000 tomorrow, and Kirsten is not going to win because she
I share it on my story all the time. I should have just much rights as everyone else.
No, but you spat on me, and then you talked about how I spat on you.
Well, you smell bad.
That's a lie. I showered today. And the last thing I just wanted to mention for you guys is if you want to build your online business before January 1st, next Monday, PT Domination is running a 4-day challenge from the 28th to the 1st. All you got to do, go to the link in my bio, click it. It's free. It's a 4-day challenge. It's called 2 Clients for 2021. That's it. That's all. Hope you guys have the greatest day of your entire life. We out. Peace.
Peace.